Today we are here with James Liandu for this episode of Forest Sessions. James, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Well, I'm James Liandu. I'm 26. From Dundee. Um, been playing music pretty much, well, since I was about 10, but music's been a part of my life, like pretty much since I was young. I'm a father of four. That's two boys and then twin girls. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like
Yeah.
just write music, family life, but it's good. Yeah, very good.
I can imagine your kids keep you quite busy.
Oh yeah, they keep me on my toes, like 100%. Mad.
Absolutely. So have you been working on anything exciting that you can talk to us about, or is it all very hush hush?
So for most of the last, well, pretty much since all this like virus stuff happened, I haven't really, well, I recorded an EP last year, and then I was meant to be recording the start of this year, but then had to wait for the lockdown. So the past 2 months I've actually been recording my upcoming EP.
Oh,
So far it's going well. I just need to do maybe one more session of like production and then go through the mixing and mastering that. But yeah, it's probably the best stuff I've done so far. So I'm very excited
that's good. Can't wait to
to get
hear
it
it.
out. Hopefully later this year. Yeah.
Later this year. Good. I'll keep an eye out for it. So out of all the songs that you've ever written, is there one that like strikes you as the most meaning to you?
So I have a lot of songs. Most of them are like not recorded, but if we're talking about songs that are like out that people can listen to, probably the last song on my first EP is called New Divide.
Oh yeah.
And that's pretty much like, yeah, it's good. It's pretty much just it's about a few things, but it's mainly about obviously like if you have kids or whatever, just leaving a legacy behind and making sure that they're good for it, and just that the foundation is strong, so that when you leave the earth, that you don't need to worry about anything. That's pretty much the main message. And then obviously like there's loads of other things in it. Like you'll hear it in the lyrics, but yeah, that's New Divide's probably the most meaningful song at the moment.
Oh, it's a great song. I do enjoy it. I was before the interview, I was listening to all your stuff on Spotify, and it definitely struck me as one of my favorites.
Sweet, awesome. Well, nah, the song done its job then. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely. So lockdown's been really tough for a lot of people, but as an artist, is there anything that's kind of struck out at you that's been kind of beneficial? Like have you found that you've been pretty creative?
I actually started writing more like during the lockdowns, like I seen a lot of people that were sort of struggling to find the motivation to write, just because obviously there was no gigs, there was pretty much nothing. The whole world stopped. So
Yeah.
I understand. I understood it was hard to write, but I don't know. I just used everything that was going on and just like, well,
Yeah.
just writing. I think I've written the most songs over the past year than I have like in like the whole time I've been writing. So yeah, I think the lockdown, although it's been kind of crap and nothing's really been happening, it's benefited me a lot. I've been able to like plan stuff, written a lot more songs, and I've just been able to like get a clearer picture of everything. Because last year when I was recording my first EP, I didn't really have an idea of what I wanted to do. I just had like a list of songs, and then the girl I was doing with, Zara, it was like her first time recording an EP because it was for her last year of uni.
Okay.
And basically, yeah, so it took a long time. So this time round, it's only been 2 months and we're pretty much almost done. So yeah,
that's good.
the lockdown's been a blessing, guys, I think.
Yeah, I've heard
Definitely.
that from a lot of people. A lot of people have found it quite a good blessing, especially in terms of like songwriting and stuff. But yeah, that's good.
Definitely. Yeah, I've been able to stay motivated. Yeah, definitely.
That's good. Yeah.
Definitely.
So, do you find the Scottish music scene supportive or inclusive? Like, do you think it is, just in general terms?
So, I only really started to get to know the Scottish like music scene maybe a year or two ago. Because when I was playing gigs before, when I was venturing out to different cities, I was only really busking in that. I didn't really get a lot of gigs
Yeah.
outside Dundee, other than Arbroath. It was only I think just before lockdown. That's when I got my first like Edinburgh gigs, and I'm still not hit Glasgow.
Mm.
But since lockdown started, I've been able to like tap into a lot more profiles like in Scotland, and there's loads of artists that I didn't even know existed. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool. And I've been messing a lot of them in there. Yeah, seem pretty sound. They're not like they're very like sort of welcoming. Like yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool. Everyone needs to be supporting each other. I don't know how far it goes because I'm not in
Yeah.
it yet, but I think when things start to open and like gigs come, I'm gonna be going out and just I'll be able to meet a lot more artists that I've been in contact with. So it'll be cool. Be cool
Yeah.
to see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
There's a wide range of genres that are all throughout Scotland, and I think everyone's really supportive of all the genres, which is quite good to see. So at the moment, are there any kind of Scottish acts that have caught your eye that are coming out of the woodworks, or is there anyone you're keeping an eye on?
So I think one of the, I mean, there's loads and loads of artists I've found, but I think to name a few just off the top, there's a guy from Edinburgh named Sean Focus.
Okay.
I just maybe discovered him like 2 years ago, just randomly on Facebook or something. Maybe 3 years ago actually.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, no, he's been doing bits. I think even just over the last year, he's really like shot up. But I just noticed his music was very different. Like obviously you hear music and it's like it just sounds like things that are already in like the radio and that are in the charts. So it's hard to like it's hard to enjoy music that you've already heard. But
Yeah.
Sean Focus, he's doing a lot of different things. He's incorporating Afro swing
Okay.
into like any other genre that he does, and it's just like nah, he's got his own sound, and it's just
Yeah.
building with time. Another guy I just recently found, his name is Just Harry. He's a rapper. He said he only started rapping like start of last year, and if you check him out, like it
Mm.
sounds like he's been rapping his whole life, but no, he's crazy. Doing really well at the moment. Dundee people. So there's this guy Lynx, he's a rapper, and
Okay.
then India Rose, she's been doing really well. She's only been going for like 2 or 3 years, and she's like won a load of awards, and yeah, just getting a lot of like hype and recognition. She's yeah, very talented. She
Yeah.
knows what to do. Her and her manager are a good video.
There's that
Um,
India Rolls. Yeah.
yeah, India Rose, but the E is a 3.
Okay. Definitely. I'll be checking all them out. But yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I've been working with a guy called Young Wushy in Edinburgh.
Oh, okay.
Sort of like behind. He's pretty cool. He's from Italy, but he moved here a couple of years ago, and we actually met at the start of lockdown, like crazy. He hit me up on Instagram and was just like, "Yo, man, like I love your songs. Like I love to work with you. I've got some beats here. Like, can I send you them?"
Mhm.
So got his number, and we're exchanging messages throughout most of lockdown, and then he was sending me beats. I was sending him back like demos, and
Mhm.
then got quite a lot of songs. And then when things, I don't know if it was before lockdown or after lockdown. I can't remember exactly when. It's over the past year. We were meeting up and just like going to the studio. And then so yeah, we've got some things coming hopefully soon. But
Ooh.
for now, it's just like all like behind.
Yeah, that sounds quite exciting. Can't wait to hear some stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna
So,
be a lot different from the stuff that's out already. So yeah,
oh,
I'm quite excited. Yeah, quite
yeah,
excited to get it. Yeah,
yeah,
I think through lockdown, I've been just expanding my genres because I usually just play the guitar and sing.
yeah.
Um, I've just been experimenting. Like I don't know if you checked out, I've got 2 singles that came out just before my EP, Cycle, with Jack Swan, and then Half the World Away with the Dean Prod. They're
Yeah.
two like one like a hip hop R&B soul
Mm.
tune, Cycle, and then Half the World Away is like an Afro house tune. So yeah, I've just been testing the waters, seeing like just what I'm enjoying. Just yeah, it's been
Yeah,
good. It's been good trying new songs.
yeah, Half the
So,
World Away I really like. Yeah. It was the first kind of song I'd heard of yours, and that's how I kind of got onto it and I was just going through it and I was like, oh, it's really good. So
Ah, sweet. I'm glad you liked it.
yeah, no, it was really good. So I'm excited to hear your other stuff or the new stuff that you've got coming out.
Yeah, it should be good. Like, I think with my first EP, it was quite minimalistic. Like I didn't really add a lot because I was just like it was just guitar vocals, maybe some harmonies and that. So
Mhm.
that was like the main thing. I didn't want to add too much. But I think this time round it's gonna be a lot more added. So yeah, it's gonna
Oh,
be cool. I'm excited to
yeah,
like see people's like reactions and that, and then also um play it live as well. It'd be good to
yeah,
play the songs live.
yeah,
Maybe get a wee, depending on like what happens with all the rules and regulation, or maybe get uh, like a EP launch thing
oh,
slash maybe later on in the year might do a like a 1 year anniversary of the first EP because I never actually got to do an EP launch, obviously because of COVID. But yeah, so those are some things that I
yeah.
probably might do, which will be
Quite
cool.
exciting stuff coming up. Yeah, once everything kind of clears up, it'll definitely be a very busy but extremely exciting time for
Oh
everyone.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Think there'll be a lot of artists raging to get into the stage, like, and a lot of like listeners as well. Like
Mhm.
I've seen a lot of people just choking to go to a gig. Like
Yeah,
download. I don't know if you download pilot happened.
yeah,
It was the week of my birthday, and that was crazy. Like I didn't know if it was gonna go down, and it actually did.
mhm.
I knew a few people that went, and yeah, no. So that was pretty cool seeing like you know what I mean? That gave me a little glimpse of
Yeah,
hope for maybe what's to come if
yeah,
things go the right way.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I got very jealous. I had a couple of friends that go and they were sending me pictures and videos, and I got very jealous very quickly.
Yeah, I just tried not to look at any photos, eh? Maybe
Yeah,
just a couple. Of
yeah. You played a gig. Was it last weekend?
yeah, I've actually had two gigs. So, the first gig I played with my pal Dylan,
Hmm.
it was a sort of gala day. One of his pals, she runs like a sort of foundation for her daughter. Well, it was actually her daughter that started it, but she like lost her daughter to an accident last year.
Um,
So she's like carrying on the foundation. Her name it's called Freya's Wish.
okay.
So that was sort of like the opening day gala. So we played that gig. That was good. And then I had one in Perth at the South Inch Park,
Hmm.
and that was amazing. That was like sort of like a mini festival. I was only from like 6 to maybe 10 or 9. I don't know. I left early because I had my like son there. But no, it was good. It was really good. Like big turnout, and yeah, just loads of different types of people. There was dogs, there was loads of kids, there was like people of all like sizes and shapes. It was cool. That was damage. Everyone was having a good time. And the last band I seen before I left was sort of like a jam band. So they were just like everyone just got up and started dancing. The whole time people were sort of like spread out,
Hmm.
obviously to do the 2 meter distance, whatever. But at the end, everyone just coming dancing. So it's cool. That
That's
was
good.
it was a good night.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm excited for the next one. I actually have I'm playing a gig. Um, have you heard of the Arbroath Food and Music Festival?
I don't think I have, unfortunately.
So they usually do it every year, permitting. Obviously, it wasn't last year because of
Mhm.
COVID, but that's like 28th of August. I'm gonna be playing on the Saturday, so that'll be cool. Like, Arbroath is sort of like my I play at the Fisherman's, and that's sort of like my local. Like, see if I go there, like that's usually where I play if I go to Arbroath. Because in Dundee, I struggle to find a pub where I could just play every week or every other week because most pubs already had like musicians lined up. So
Yeah.
um, Arbroath is sort. I would say is sort of like my local. Like every time I went there, people always knew who I was, and I always met different people. Yeah, no, it's good.
That's good. So that
The
was
guy that runs it and he used to run gigs in Dundee, and then moved back to Arbroath and got a restaurant. So he's doing well with that.
that's good. So that's the
Yeah.
28th, did you say?
Yeah, 28th of August. So
Okay.
next month.
I'll see if I can
Yeah.
come along. Fingers crossed. So
Sweet.
finally, can you let us know where people can find you and your music, just if they want to go and check you out?
Oh yeah. So um Probably Instagram is probably the best place to find me. It's just James Liandu music. I've got a lot of other like social medias, but yeah, Instagram is where I post the most and update. And then subscribe to my YouTube as well, because I'm trying to hit 1K subscribers before the end of the year. So yeah, that'd be
Okay,
cool.
perfect. Yeah. So yeah, I think that is everything. So thank you very much for taking the time to be a part of photo sessions and taking part. Very much appreciated.
Thanks for having me. It was a very enjoyable interview.